Hi, my name is George. I am a respiratory therapist and I'm also a hypnotist. I'm on a personal mission to help people thrive and create positive changes in their life. And as a result of that, I run a pretty thriving business where I help people stop smoking, vaping, and chewing. All of this in one session. My success rate is somewhere between 90 to 95%. Right? I use a combination of four different disciplines. Blended together, customized to the person that I'm working with. One of them happens to be a very, very advanced form of hypnosis. You know, one of my most treasured success this is way before I really officially studied hypnosis to the level I know it now to be, right? I've invested a lot of money doing this. Was working with a patient of mine, was a respiratory patient of mine many years ago. She's now since passed away. She was straight, and this is how she was smoking. And she stopped. If she can stop, so can you, right? I was thrilled. So I am on a personal mission to help as many people stop this nasty habit of nicotine. You know, the patches, any of the nicotine replacement therapies, and I'm thankful for them that they actually work, right? The success rate is somewhere between 10 to 25%, right? Which is okay, right? It's better than zero, right? But the side effects is crazy. And you know what's even more crazier? I don't know if this applies to you. A lot of my clients, when they come to see me, they are on the patch or they're using the gum and still smoking. Now, what's the purpose of that? Do you understand? Right? What I do is very, very different. You know, a study in the University of Washington found that hypnosis helped more than 90% of those studied still remain. 90% of those people still remain a non-smoker after their session. And similar results were found in studies that came out of Indiana. Now, I'm going to send you a questionnaire when you decide if this is the right fit for you and me, right? And I urge you to actually make a free consultation. Spend about 15 minutes. Let's talk about it. I'll explain to my process in details, right? And what I do is I send out a questionnaire, and the questionnaire, as a client, it really gives me a lot of insight about your issue because I customize it. Everything has to be uniquely customized to the person I'm working with one-on-one. Okay? Now, during the process, I'm going to educate you and turn your world around about what you think about your relationship with nicotine is. It will change your life for the better. I promise you. I'm going to explain everything to you before it happens. Why? Because I want you to be a full partner with me in helping me help you achieve your goal to be a happy non-smoker, non-vapor, non-chewing tobaccoer for life, right? You know, 90% of my business comes from referrals, from past clients just like you. They also were skeptical. Maybe this is a little bit too good. You know, it sounds a little too good to be true. They were doubtful, a little bit anxious, right? You mean to tell me 2 hours after working with me, I won't have the desire to smoke? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, right? You see, there is a part of your brain, right, your subconscious mind, and that's what that metaphor here, everything below the waterline, you see that iceberg there? That represents our subconscious mind. It runs about 85 to 95% of our life. Everything you think you can do and what you cannot do in life comes there. What you like, what you dislike comes there. Your knee-jerk response to stress, to anything, comes from there. And so is where our habit for nicotine lies. Right? What I want you to do is we are going to have, during the process, we're going to have a conversation with them. We're going to upgrade the software where it no longer sabotages you. You know, it now changes side and works with you, no longer stops all your good intentions to be healthy. Hey, smoking or vaping or chewing tobacco was a phase. It served a purpose in your life. You derived some benefit from it. That's why you were doing it. But now, as of today's date, it no longer serves you, right? I mean, that's the only reason why you're even watching this video or you're on my website, right? And you want that part to no longer fight with you, but work with you. And that's what this process does, right? During the entire process, I'm going to tell you guys, it is nothing like stage hypnosis. It is not. It is not about you acting like a zombie, clucking like a chicken, quacking like a duck, barking like a dog. That's entertainment. And that is a different segment of the population that likes to act that way. What I do is therapeutic stuff. I'm here to help you become a non-smoker, non-vapor, non-chewing tobacco for life. It's a whole different process, right? Now, in fact, you know what's interesting? Because I'm telling you, I use so many different disciplines into here. Before we even start the hypnosis, you have become a non-smoker because of the work that I will already start to do with you. It'll make a lot more sense. Like I say, I want a partner in this, so I explain everything to you in more detail once you start to work with me. Listen, I offer you a very generous limited service agreement. If you ever, for any dumb, stupid reason, decide to smoke again in the first 6 months from the day you and I started working together, right? I want you to schedule yourself a free session with me where I will work and get you back on track again. Now, you have a maximum of 2 times, and it's only valid from 6 months, right? From the day you and I work together for the first time. It sounds generous, right? Let me ask you this. Why do you think I can afford to do this without going out of business? Why? Only about 5 to 10% of my clients ever need a second session. Think about it. There's only such a small population of my clients, they just need it. Okay? Now, by the way, a part of you might be wondering, am I hypnotizable? I got a mind of a steel trap. I don't think I can get hypnotized. Let me assure you, you go through hypnosis a minimum of twice a day. I want to show you this, okay? I hope you can see this, right? Every time when you go to sleep, right, you see the word beta? Beta is the stage right now you are listening to. You're wide awake. You're paying attention. As we fall asleep from beta stage, we drift. It's a brainwave state. We go into the alpha stage, theta stage, and then delta is deep sleep, right? Hypnosis is theta. Between alpha and theta, right? You're already in a hypnotic trance state. You understand? Every time you fall asleep, you go through here, and when you wake up, you go through the hypnosis stage. You ever driven before? Have you ever wondered how you got into your car, put on the seat belt, turned the engine on, decided your destination, and yet you arrived at your destination safely? Like, who drove that 4,000-pound beast, your vehicle? Your subconscious, right? Do you understand? We go through this stage all the time. And what does it feel like to be in hypnosis? It just feels relaxed, and you listening to me telling you a story, like a guided meditation. When you do a free consultation with me, just remind me and ask me, hey, George, can I get can you let me try what it feels like to be in hypnosis? Just remind me. I'll gladly do it for you. Okay? I want you to know this deep inside. I'm here about getting your life back on track. most of my clients have been a smoker longer than they've known their spouse. And they cannot even remember what it feels like to be a non-smoker. I assure you, you were never born with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth, coming out of your mom's womb. Hey mom, do you have a light? It never happens, right? We're gonna activate or reactivate your brain's natural programming. The prime directive of our subconscious is to protect you at all costs. We want to reactivate and say, wait a minute, smoking is dangerous. Nicotine is dangerous. Keep it away. Okay? Now, let's talk about costs. Let's get down as far as cost goes. The best part of this program is it's going to cost you nothing. The only cost it's going to cost you is what you are already spending on cigarettes for about 2 months. Right? If you ever smoking a pack a day like you are with my average customer does, through my process, you will save about $3,000 every year for the rest of your life. See, you're going to use the same money in your budget that you're normally spending on this nonsense, nicotine, cigarettes, vaping, whatever it is your device is, right? You're no longer going to do it. That same money, you're going to pay for, instead of going to the store, you're going to invest it in your life, in your health. And within 2 to 3 months, you're done. And you save that money, and you can use that money for anything you want. It's like you getting a $3,000 yearly raise. I know you have better use for that money than burning it up, right? And giving it to those tobacco companies, right? Now, and that's about $30,000 over 10 years. Just think about the math on that. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna smell better. Your health is it just changes your focus in life. You feel more positive. And I wonder what else is possible once you get over this nasty habit. Just think about it, right? And another part, you're going to love this part. You no longer are going to be standing outside in the miserable cold and rain smoking. Okay? Now, there's a part of you might be saying, oh, you know what, maybe I cannot afford it. Well, here's the part. I actually had somebody explain this to me really well. If you are not actively trying to solve a problem in your life, get rid of it or solve the problem, it only means you are actively trying to keep that problem. Think about it. Right? If you're not trying to do something about it, you are actually burning calories in the way you think, especially the way you think and you respond in trying to keep the problem. Yeah, at the time of this recording, I'm 55 years old, right? I'm 55 years old. I'm just going to tell you guys, as a respiratory therapist, working for almost 26 years now, going into helping people with all the respiratory issues and smokers, right? And also as a hypnotist, now I'm talking to you. If you're above 40 years old, you cannot afford to act like a turtle and pretend you don't have a problem, because there are consequences for that type of foolish decision. I know you're not that way. Reach out to me. My style, right? My style is, I'm friendly. A lot of my clients are my friends. They become friends, okay? I'm also in your face on certain issues, right? Because I need you. When you hire me, I'm a stop smoking coach. I am going to help you drag yourself over to the finishing line. Let's stop this nonsense. This is such a wonderful process. In my professional experience as a respiratory therapist, I'm just talking from my experience, hypnosis is the best way. Okay? I know you might be a little bit anxious and wondering, how still you might have some remaining questions, I urge you to schedule, go on the website, somewhere here, it might say schedule time with me, right? Or something to that effect, where I want you to schedule a 15 minutes conversation with me and ask any question, and I will gladly want to explain to you how my program works. I'm looking forward to helping you become a happy non-smoker for life.